My name is Michael Foster, and I'm the chairman of the Knik Arm Bridge and Toll Authority. And on behalf of the governor and the state of Alaska, I would like to welcome everybody to this presentation. We're excited about seeing the interest and about seeing you guys here. And I think at the end of our presentation, you will be as excited about our project as we are in your interest in our project. I'd like to first start out a little bit and introduce the folks who have traveled with me from Anchorage. And I'll start out with Senator Linda Menard. Senator Linda Menard is a senator from the Mat-Su area, and she'll be answering some questions, or she'll be addressing the Senate bills that she has in the legislature at the end of our presentation. And at the end of the presentation, after that, we'll go to some question and answers. With her, she has her Chief of Staff, Michael Rubito. Okay. And then I have the Deputy Commissioner of the Department of Revenue, Jerry Burnett. And I have Andrew Nemec is the Executive Director of KABATA. And Kevin Hemingway is a Chief Financial Officer. And the page, or the boy running around with the microphone, is my son Tyler Foster. Yeah. And then we have our consultant team, and I'm sure they'll be around after the presentation to address questions and stuff also. But again, welcome. We're very happy to see you here. The style, or my process on this, is I'll go through the presentation, and then we'll get to some Q&A. We're all professionals. I'm not going to spoon feed you. I'm not going to read what's up there. But I'll try to address all the points, and then afterwards we'll follow up with a Q&A. So with that, let me go ahead and get started. Okay, first our disclaimer. You know, the bottom line, we're not responsible to update this presentation. But we will keep the industry informed as we move forward with the RFQ and then the RFP. So, but anyway, this is, I was told through Department of Law I needed to do this disclaimer, so here it is.
Every great city in the history of the world has been tied into a body of water. You know, I don't care if it's Cairo or London, and these great ports, even Puget Sound. And with that goes things. There goes ferries, there goes docks and bridges.
You're looking at the future of Alaska. Behind me is where the bridge is going to go, the Knik Crossing. That is the future back there. That's where the land is, and that's connecting the rest of the state with the port of Anchorage. And this is the main port of Anchorage. This is the Alaskan's port. I'd suggest one thing: if you really want to look at the future, this is it.
I've had the opportunity over 50 years of living here to watch Anchorage change from a small town to a thriving metropolitan city.
I haven't seen a transportation project that hasn't been a big benefit. You know, like consider the first couple of roundabouts here. There was a lot of opposition to it. And once it was in and operating for a while, a lot of those people that opposed it initially came back and said, you know, not as bad as we thought it was going to be. It actually works pretty good.
It would create the construction jobs to build a bridge. It would open up opportunities for businesses and growth in the Mat-Su area.
It's only a mile and a half across there to the port. It looks closer. You know, sometimes I feel like swimming across. North of the Port District, there's tens of thousands of acres up there that's available for low-cost residential development.
The Mat-Su Valley has been the 34th fastest growing county in the United States out of over 3,000 counties. The ability of that freight to get a more direct route north will benefit people in Fairbanks, and it'll benefit oil and gas industry on the slope.
The governor wasn't able to attend this meeting or this conference, but you should have seen a letter out there from him. You'll hear Governor Parnell constantly say Alaska is open for business, and that he's a private sector type of guy. He's a great governor for a great state, and with his support and his commitment, we're moving forward with this project. Mayor DeVilbiss from the Mat-Su Borough strongly supports this project. This will provide infrastructure connection to the Mat-Su Borough and the points north beyond that. Senator Murkowski, our senior senator, has been very supportive of this project. Her letter also is out there. She's excited about the opportunities or the potential for a public-private partnership. Who's KABATA? KABATA was created in 2003 by the state legislature to develop, stimulate, and advance the economic welfare of the state, to construct a bridge to span the Knik Arm connecting Anchorage and the Mat-Su borough. KABATA is a public corporation of the state of Alaska. It has a chairman, myself. It is made up of 7 board members. On that board, there's Commissioner of Revenue, Commissioner of Transportation, 3 public members, and then 1 senator, Senator Menard, who is here today with us, and 1 representative, which is Representative Mark Newman. The powers, the ability to enter into contracts, issue debt, includes a P3 contract process. Who's the KABATA team? 2 of the team members are here today, Andrew and Kevin. In addition, our chief engineer, Lauren Fraser, and our deputy executive, Judy Daughtry. Very experienced team. World-class consulting team. These are the team members. Many of you have probably already met them out in the hallway there. I'm sure you know who they are. Knik Arm Crossing, introduction and overview. Okay, talk a little bit about the state. You know, it's interesting, probably half the people in the room have been to the state of Alaska at one point or another for vacation or for business. A lot of folks don't understand just how big the state is. It's 1,400 miles north to south, and it's 2,700 miles east to west. We have this t-shirt in Alaska. You know, if you're a Texan, I apologize, but we have this t-shirt in Alaska that shows Alaska split in half, and Texas is the number 3rd state then. So it's almost 2.5 times the size of Texas. 47,000 miles of coastline. We have more coastline than the rest of the United States. We're also a state of natural resources. I'm sure the financial folks in this room can appreciate the wealth that the state has, oil, gas, timber, coal, gold, other natural resources. And I believe Senator Menard may talk on that a little bit later too. Okay, now even though we're a large state, as you can see here, the makeup of our state, 60% of it is owned by the federal government, which is pretty unique to the other 49 states. State of Alaska owns 26% of that. The native corporations, 11%. The ANCA reserves, which is also the Alaska Native Claims Settlement Act, is 3.9%. The interesting part of this is the private conventional ownership. Private land is less than 1% of the entire state. And out of that 1%, a majority of that 1% is in the south central or the Anchorage, Mat-Su borough area. 54% of Alaska lives in this location, south central. You can see here, I don't know how well this pointer works, but here's Anchorage right here on this tip. Right across it is the Mat-Su borough, and there's the proposed location for the bridge. Mat-Su is in the top 1% of the fastest growing counties, although we don't call them counties in Alaska, we call them boroughs, but in the top 1% counties in the U.S. The Mat-Su borough grew by over 50% in the last census, and the Point McKenzie area, which is where the bridge connects, grew by 101% during the last census. Anchorage is roughly 300,000 folks. Like I said, 54% of the state lives in this area. This is our business part of the state.